Hi, I'm Jonathan M0JSX here in the Martin Lynch & Sons showroom, and it's another something for the weekend video, another used video, and we're going to have a look at what we've got on the used shelves down this corner of the showroom. This week we're going to start with this, which is the FTDX 3000. Of course, we know this is Yaesu's baby DX 5000. Some of the same features you see on the 5000 with the digital noise reduction and the DSP, but you're sacrificing 100 watts, only 100 watt output on this one, and you're also sacrificing that second receiver. Other than that, it's a lovely radio. Yours for just $10.99, which is about £400 off list for a new one, so great saving there. Of course, got all the mic manual, DC cable, and of course the box as well. Also here, very quickly, we'll mention that UBC 800 XLT from Uniden. It's okay, it's got a few marks on the top and a bit of a scratch there, but if you need a GPS enabled scanner, a scanner receiver that you maybe going to put in the vehicle, that's absolutely perfect. And of course, as you see there, supplied with the mounting bracket. Down here we have a Yaesu FT2000D. In some respects, very much the sort of predecessor to today's 5000 that we have. This one, being a 2000D, is supplied with the external power supply, the FP2000, which does mean it's the 200 watt output. Absolutely beautiful condition. This is a couple of tiny marks on the power supply. The radio itself, not a mark on it that I can see having a quick visual of it now. It is boxed with mic manual, DC cable, etc. Yours for just $10.99, same price as the 3000. Which one do you want? Do you want one with 100 watts or one with 200 watts? In the corner we have an FT7900, Yaesu's 2m77's 50 watt on 2 meter mobile. This one again boxed, complete with all the accessories. What can I say? It's a 270 mobile for £179. That's saving off of new. They don't make the 7900 anymore. The nearest thing would be the 8900, which has 2 receivers, and that's about £100 cheaper. So there we go. MD100, the desk mic from Yaesu. This one, the MD100 is a very nice microphone for the fact that the cable it's supplied with is bi-directional. Let me just show you on the back. So if you've never used one of these microphones before, you've got 2 connectors on the back of the microphone. One's the 8-pin round microphone connector that we use to the 8-pin Foster. The other one is the RJ45 modular connection. Now the nice thing is, and I'm going to demonstrate with this 897 that happens to be here up at 525, is that if your radio has the 8-pin round Foster connection, you put that into the radio and you put the RJ45 into the microphone. If it's the other way around, well, that's quite easy. You put the RJ45 into the radio, and then you put the 8-pin round Foster into the mic. So it's a bi-directional cable, which is very nice. It means that it works with all of Yaesu's current crop of radios and most from the past as well. So that's a nice handy one. £79, that's a saving off list, and is well worth it. When an FT450 was in my shack as my main station radio, it was the MD100 that was sat with it as the main station microphone. So that's the MD100, £79. As I say, very quickly, just an FT897 rather, 525, box complete. This one is an 897 rather than the 897D, so it is the slightly older one, but it pretty much has all the same features. You're not missing out on an awful lot. Moving around to the corner, Mirage B 5016G. Mirage are always very good at naming their products. This is a 50 watt in, 160 watt out to 2 meter amplifier. Good for 144 to 146. So maybe you've got something like an 857 or so, even an 897, and you want just a little bit more power on 2 meters for maybe playing with the UKCs or one of the other contests on 2 meters, or to make use of the sporadic E conditions we're currently having on too. With this very hot weather we're having, it's making a lot of sporadic E happen. A little bit more power to go up your beam. Absolutely perfect. Moving on, a IC2730 box complete. You can see the box at the back, and we're supplying it with the headstand as well from Nifty, as it was supplied to us with, which is of course nice because it means that you can have that just sat on the bench if you want to use it in the shack rather than mobile. but obviously all the mobile bracketry does come in the box as well. Yours for 225. A very nice dual band radio, dual receive from Icom 225. We'll briefly mention a TS2000X, of course, being the X has 23 SEMs in it, yours just 1099. We'll also very quickly mention this TS590 S749 from Kenwood, of course, 8 and 6 meters. My favorite radio, and the one I suggest if you're using CW, very good on CW. In fact, we use them here in our training courses. We always use the 590S for the foundation, the Make a QSO on HF element of the practical assessment. We always use a 590 for that. So 749, box complete. FT991A, the latest generation 991 from Yaesu. It's marked on the top. I think that might just need a little bit of an extra clean. We must we'll get John on that one. But it's very good condition. No obvious marks on the front. There's a little bit just there, but I think that's yet just a speck of dust. It's 999. It's a couple of £100 off the new price. Of course, being the A model, it has that real-time spectrum scope, which means it's but you can see the band. Being able to see the band activity, and particularly if you're in a contest situation and you want to hop up to a band, see if there's any activity there before going back to the band you were operating on. That speeds that process up no end. You're not having to scroll from one end of the band to the other and listen for any activity. You can just see it immediately. So that you've got that on there. An FP30, don't see these very often. That's the internal power supply for an 897. So if you're using an 897 in the shack rather than out portable, you can install that into the bottom, into that battery tray on the bottom, and you've now got an inbuilt power supply, which is really nice, really handy. Yours £150. They don't make them anymore. They were about £300 when they new, so it's about half price off what they were when they were new. 897D, so this is the latest one that has got the DSP on it. Again, box complete, 599 gets you the 897D. Okay, very good price for a very good radio. It's one of those radios that if you are thinking about going out portable, maybe you're thinking about an 817, or maybe even the 857, but you're thinking that maybe it'd be a little bit small, then 897 is brilliant. And if you can pick up the batteries, they don't make the batteries anymore, but I know there's some third-party resellers that are selling some. You might be able to pop a couple of batteries in it, and on the internal batteries you'll get 20 watts out of it on HF. Let's just track back over here, because I mentioned portable, and what's more portable than an 817? What do you need? I think everybody has possibly seen or used or even owned an 817 at some point in their lives, but this is the 817ND. And a lot of people always ask what's the difference between an 817 and an 817ND. In fact, I had a customer on the phone earlier on today asking me that very question. And there's a very simple answer. It's all to do with the PA module. They did a slight redesign on the PA on the 817ND, and they added an extra colour on the screen. So if you see an 817 and you're not sure whether it's an 817ND or the straight 817, in fact, this one rather confusingly just says FT817 on the bottom. But this is a case in point, this is an ND model. If you go into the menu system and go to colour, if you have a third colour, that's definitely an ND model. On the original 817 there's only blue or red. On the ND they put a purple on there as well. That is the easiest way to tell the difference between an 817 and an 817ND. So this is an ND one. It's boxed and complete. It's in good condition. It's $399, which is it's a great price for an 817. Below it, an SPE 1.3 KFA at £2,700, box complete with the carry bag as well. SPE are renowned for their amplifiers, so if you are it's almost that juxtaposition between having an 817 with 5 watts QRP and having an SPE 1.3 KFA with 1.3 kilowatts available. But yeah, £2,700 gets you the box complete, I'll say, with the carry bag. A great saving off new, and of course you don't have to wait for it, it's here. Unlike buying a new one where you have to wait months and months and months for it to arrive. 7800 Mark II, 2999. Again, boxed and complete. That one is we've actually got a couple of these in them. I'm very fortunate to have a couple of these. We'll show you the other one in just a second. This is the slightly earlier one of the two, but not by an awful lot. That's a 2999 for 7800 Mark II. What else can I mention very quickly? Let's just mention IC718. The HF transceiver from Icon, let's move its manual off the top of it. As you see, does actually come with a manual. It's supplied, doesn't have the box for this one, but it is of course supplied with the manual DC cable and microphone, and at 375 for a 100 watt radio. Can't really go wrong with that, can you? A few other things we'll mention very quickly. MFJ 962D299 if you want a massive proper roller coaster on the inductor. ATU, perfect, very good condition. Tiny scratch on the top just there I've just spotted, but you're probably not going to spot that or see it when you're actually using it. Good for 1.5 kilowatts. So if you're running a nice big amp and you want an ATU that's more than man enough, that's the one to go for. A couple more DX3000, 1149 for that one. That one's almost absolutely like brand new, and 1049 to the one just to the left of it as well. So a couple of 3000s at the minute. And I think that's for over here. Let's just walk over this way, because I said we have the second 7800, which we do, which is just sat over here. This one has just come back to us. It's just been serviced by ICOM UK. So it is absolutely, it's got their rubber seal of approval on it. It is it's in excellent condition. What can I say? It's beautiful. It's just, if I'm being very, very critical, and I'll be honest, I'm only being able to see it because we're under the showroom lights, which bring imperfections out a lot better than maybe your lights in the shack do. But there is just a tiny, tiny mark. And I've no idea whether Gary's camera is going to be able to figure it. It's a tiny, tiny mark just there. But other than that, it's in beautiful condition. Of course, it's boxed. We're going to supply it with everything you'd get as if it was new. And that one is up at £3,500. So 3,500, 200 watt base station radio from Icon. Absolutely fantastic. And of course, a heck of a lot cheaper than the modern day equivalent, the IC7851, which is phenomenally more money. That's it for this week. Thanks very much for watching. Of course, you can see the entire used range online at hamradio.co.uk/used. And of course, all of the offers and promotions that we're doing on this week's Something of the Weekend, if you've got this in the email window, then that'll be on there as well. Alternatively, go to the website hamradio.co.uk and sign up for the mailing list and have one of these lovely videos delivered to you every single week. Thanks very much. We'll see you again. Bye bye.
Yeah.